I think I've ruined everything. I'm gonna tell you. I'm 43 years old, married, with a grown daughter from my first marriage. I have a good image, I think. I'm slim, well-groomed. Yes, and I am successful in my profession. I hold a high managerial position. I have a large social circle, interest in life, hobbies. I am cheerful and active. In general, I love life and people. My husband is a very good man who supported me in different periods of life, loves my daughter, generous, undemanding, comfortable in everyday routine, gives me a lot of freedom. I respect him, appreciate his attitude, and am actually afraid of losing him, as strange as it may sound. At some point, our family relationship stopped satisfying me. I do not see in him a strong shoulder, ambition, desire to grow. Sexually, he stopped attracting. There is no pride, admiration. I compare him with other men. In terms of success, realization, income one am above my husband. But I have a fan, he is my age, married, he has 2 children, preschoolers. He is successful, male, ambitious, strong, with off-the-scale intelligence. He has masculine qualities that I admire. I've met him, and he paid attention to me. He and I are former colleagues, between whom about 6 years ago gradually began to develop a friendship, mutual sympathy, which grew into a strong crush. We began a romance, dizzying, bright, filled with romance, poems, passion. I lost my head. I loved him madly, and love justified my terrible behavior. He was also in the same love euphoria, did not hide his feelings, paid a lot of attention. Sexually, it was the best relationship of my life. Our affair lasted about a year, but he broke it off. The reason was that it was important for him to keep the family. He dreamed of a son, wanted to return to the honest way. At the same time, he kept saying how much he loved me and how he wanted to keep the relationship with me, but at least in a friendly format. I was in hell at that time. I lost myself so much that I wrote to him, wrote again, we met. I felt bad, he felt bad. But at a certain point, I realized that I had to save myself. I blocked contact, did not respond to his messages. I took care of myself. Actually, he made the decision to break up. Nothing prevented him from continuing if he wanted to. However, he suffered as much as I did. I started working out, teaching, painting studio, dancing, looking for a new job. I started renovating my apartment, investing in my education, traveling. I pushed myself 100%, as long as it didn't hurt so much. My feelings for my lover, my sexual addiction began to dull gradually, although I continued to dream about his return. I still wanted to be with him. It has been about 3 years of my work on my life. I have reached such heights in my career, which I never dreamed of. My family relations have become calm. I stand firmly on the ground. My social circle has greatly expanded. There are a lot of friends and men around. I have a healthy self-esteem and self-respect. And then my long-forgotten love shows up with a desire to get it all back. One part of me was rejoicing, the other was in unceasing fear of experiencing again all the horror that I went through, and the third evaluated rationally and what next. I was starting to feel wobbly. On the one hand, I love him, and on the other, all he is offering is to continue being lovers. No prospects. So I decided to start again. I couldn't give him up. The first 2 months, emotions and memories overwhelmed. Eyes shine again, and work difficulties are no longer and not so difficult, and the sex is gorgeous. Everything would be rosy if it were not for a number of circumstances. We both are no longer the same. There is no longer that lightness and recklessness, no longer that romance. We are very busy with work. There is little time to communicate and meet. Could be a few messages a day, meetings twice a month, usually in a hotel. From time to time, of course, there was something more loving in words, but less and less. In me began to grow negativity from the lack of his attention, began to torment jealousy, gave the past offenses, grew dissatisfaction with the lack of courtship. All this mass of negative emotions did not even overlap the good. On his part, manifestations of feelings became rare. Less affectionate words, names. It began to feel like friendship sex, not love. We're good together, but we've hit a ceiling. There's no dynamics and there won't be. Dialogues between us were quite dry and pragmatic. We discussed the time of the meeting, the place, whether the time suits us, or choose another option. My ardor and expressions of feelings also began to fade. 5 months later, I wrote him. All our communication looks just like buddies. Our chat cannot even be hidden, so it is neutral. And I think we've lost something important. Let's get back on the lane of being more affectionate with each other. I can't do it without a soul. I texted him. I couldn't say it to his face. He called me back. He agreed that our chat room is different now, but we are different too. On the contrary, he's glad we're communicating more than lovers. He said that most of his life is work and his personal life, not related to me. This is not what I wanted to hear from him. I even thought maybe it was time to end our relationship. If I'm a small part of his life, what are we to each other? But his words stick with me. It's humiliating. There's not enough time for me. I didn't want to persuade, explain, beg him. I didn't bring it up again. I decided to wait and see if he would take into account my wish to communicate. But the miracle did not happen. A month we communicated as before, occasionally meeting. The time came, I realized that I can no longer. I am emotionally exhausting myself. Why do I need a relationship in which I have such a role? Not just the role of a lover, but on the residual principle and without even a word of regret about it. I guess the truth is better than illusions, but hearing that kind of truth hurts for sure. I'm not that resistant. Relationships for the sake of sex, even if good, I do not need. Loving him and waiting for him to be generous to me is torture. Therefore, one night I wrote to him that I decided to break up, that it is very difficult for me, that this format of relationship is not my option, that I lack warmth and tenderness. I cannot without intimacy. And he called me again. I could feel the anger in his voice, rejection and misunderstanding. He did not try to apologize, to hold on, to compensate, but offered to meet to talk, to discuss what is wrong, what I do not like. I feel sick. I'm going through withdrawal. I miss him terribly, even the little bit of him that we had. But we had him. I'm starting to wonder if I want too much, if I'm asking him for too much. My mood is dead. I just want steps, words from his side, so I can say yes. Of course. Let's continue. But there are no such words. There's silence on the phone. It's grounding me. We're supposed to meet the other day. I don't know what to expect from him. I can't sleep. I'm having conversations that aren't gonna happen. And I don't know how to behave. How do I set myself up? Do I tell him I'm willing to accept a minimum of romance? Or will I accuse him and claim, and he will take advantage of my attack and take offense? And I will have the feeling that all myself ruined and pushed away a loving man. There will be an exciting meeting, a conversation. I don't want to fight. I don't want to accuse him. Talking about my feelings will be weird. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, please.